WYSIWYG stands for What You See is What You Get. To avoid any confusion, we just like to call it an editor for the purposes of this tutorial. If you've used WordPress or even a document editing software such as Microsoft Word, you'll see that the interface is quite similar. Okay, so as you can see, we have most of the standard buttons. We have Cut, Copy, Paste, Undo, and Redo button group. We have Find/Replace and Spell Check button group. We have Insert Image button group. Then you can see bold, italic, underline, etc. buttons, followed by bullet point and alignment buttons. And in the third row, we have options for font face and size, color, and highlighting as well. Some really useful features of the editor are the maximize or full screen and the preview buttons. If you're working in a blog editor, use the maximize button to get rid of all the other stuff on the page. Sometimes when working with tables, or if you have the show blocks option selected, you'll see some borders that are for your reference only. You can click on the preview button to see how they actually will look for a visitor. Okay, so before we show you some tricks, let's cover some of the basics. Whether you're creating a blog post, a web page for your website, or an email template, it's important that you have an approximate blueprint of what you're trying to accomplish. To help you with this, you can see the template and the table options. We have a few templates available for certain layouts, but the table feature gives you more control. A table is like a grid. It somewhat resembles an Excel document. Okay, so let's make a table. Click on the icon, and we want a 5x5 table, so enter the row and column values. We want our table to dynamically adjust to the user's screen instead of being a fixed size. So enter 100% for width. We want the table structure, but we don't want the grid borders to show. So we want to make sure the border size is 0. Click OK when you're done. Now we have a table 5 columns by 5 rows. Now I realize that my table is too big. Let's delete some rows and columns. What I want to do is actually merge cells. We do that using the right-click and cell merge option. Now let's insert an image. Notice that we have two options: Insert from Got Artwork account and Regular Insert. If you know the web address of the image you want to insert, then you can click on the icon, paste the image URL, and insert. Using the Got Artwork Insert option, you can insert from your artwork files, or you can upload non-artwork images, also called user files. Notice at the top there's an option if you want to insert a preview-sized image or a thumbnail-sized image. Preview-sized images are of course more clear and you can see what's in the image, but thumbnail-sized images load much faster. So it's something to consider when you are inserting images. Next to the table and template icons, there are Insert Special Character and Insert Horizontal Lines buttons. To create links, select a piece of text in your editor. Then click the link icon here. Enter the URL address. You've probably noticed when you click on links on the internet, some of them open in a new window, while others use the same browser window to navigate. The target option basically controls the behavior of the link. Click OK when you're done. Before we finish, I want to point out one distinction. Assuming you have a gold or silver account and you are using this editor to modify one of your web pages, then the source button gives you access to the underlying HTML code that creates the page content. This is useful if you need to copy-paste some widget code or perhaps even code for Google AdWords, or if you want to do your own customization. Click the Source button to switch to Source View before you paste any such code.